Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry because I have not been active the last couple of days, and it's mostly because I have been traveling. I was moving to a different country, and well, now we are settled, everything is good, and it's time for me to start recording again. Today I want to continue with what I said before. I made a complete video about all the teams that I'm using for all the content, and I want to show you now guys my TYGETA team. This is a team that is completely free to play, so anyone can make it, and it works completely in auto. And yeah, you may lose in a very rare situation, but most of the time you will be able to win without any problems, even considering the AI being super stupid, right? So, yeah, this team would definitely work properly for everything. I just want to show you guys here real quick. So the team is going to be the following. It's going to be Yuri plus Theodor plus Siri plus Stain, right? Shutane. So we have a buffer with attack and defense. We have a healer here, Sari. She normally would passively heal. She would not need to actively be healing and using MP for that. And then we have Theodor for taunt and for also shield. And our main DPS is going to be Yuri, right? This team is perfectly fine. It works perfectly balanced. Some of you would say, oh, I just don't want to use this guy, this Theodor guy. Can I use something else? I wouldn't really recommend going for anything else, guys. This guy is just the best option. The other option that would somehow work as well would be to use IB instead of Theodore, right? Or IB instead of Yuri. But I don't really recommend that. You will need to have a very strong IB for IB to be stronger than Yuri. Most of the times, Yuri will do more damage and it will be faster as well. Also, if you remove Theodore to add IB, yes, it may work in some situations, but the problem is that IB is going to be constantly using way too much MP, and you will not have enough MP for your main DPS, which should be Yuri. So yeah, so this is going to be the composition. I just want to show you real quick the stats. So this is my Yuri stats. This is a 1,385 attack, 182 speed, 86% crit rate, and 199.9% crit damage, right? Not just a little bit short of 200%. And this is without a weapon? No, I have a weapon. So this weapon is also bringing me, giving me 7.2% more crit rate. And it also increases my attack and crit damage every time that I do some other things with my skills, right? I use my skills, it would stack up to 10. This is Synthesis 2. If you don't have this weapon, any other 5-star weapon would work, like Sion weapon, Grumpy guys, which is the one from the battle pass, like IB weapon, like all of them would work. Chesa weapon will actually be the best one, since it's a weapon that is dedicated to single target damage. But in any case, right, this is the stats and this is everything that you need to know about my Yuri. I am full dupes. You don't really need to be full dupes, but being full dupes would be really, really good. You have to invest fully into your crit rate, speed, and attack. I don't really care about the HP and the defense, to be honest. Since those two things are not going to be that needed, probably going to 2 out of 3 would be fine, but 3 out of 3 not needed. If you want to know a priority for the dupes, I would always go for ultimate, then passive, then second skill. Right, that's going to be the order that you definitely want to go with here. And for equipment, I'm running a speed set plus crit rate set. So I'm going crit damage on the chest piece, on the cloak, sorry, attack on the chest piece, which is normally a speed, but in this case, I decided to go with attack because I had enough speed for this character. And I'm going with attack on the pants as well. And these are the rest of the pieces, just for you guys to be able to see exactly what are the different roles that I got on all the pieces that I'm using. So yeah, I have a very high amount of attack for this character. So here is Theodor as well. I'm going 97% crit rate, 129% crit damage. This is still a work in progress. 1023 defense, 149 speed. Again, work in progress, but I'm doing my best to see if I can improve this character. For now, I'm going with crit damage set plus crit rate set. And yeah, it works definitely fine, but it can definitely be better. This is a crit rate cloak with a speed chest piece and effect hit in the pants. You definitely need to have a lot of effect hit in this character. Just showing you guys real quick here the different pieces and what they roll. There you go. This is like the weakest piece of gear that I have on him. I definitely need to get something better for him and use it. But for now, that's the best I have. So as you can see, I have 74% effect hit. You definitely need that because you need to land your taunt. Then I have my Sari here with 11,000 HP and 184 speed. That's all you need to know about this character. Yeah, having a decent amount of effect resistance is also really good. But I mean, this is definitely not near anything good. Like, you should definitely have way more HP than whatever I have. It's just that I'm not farming a lot of a speed set, and I just started to farm a speed set now, and I'm not really that good into the pieces that I have. So sometimes they will be using something that is not the most appropriate team. Like, at least for her, she has all speed. I mean, but look at this. It's a lot of crit rate and crit damage. This is crazy. I didn't even notice I had this piece. Right? But then, yeah, I'm missing a lot of speed. I'm missing a lot of HP as well. So yeah, it is the best I can do. And in regards to Stain, it's just the same again. All you need to know about is just the speed. It's 231. And for her weapon, I'm using this particular weapon. So here we go now with the demonstration of how to complete the battle. I mean, I'm not really anything weird. All I have to do is just put it in auto, and it should work. They should be able to win the battle without me doing anything. So the turn order, as you can see, is just my Stain first, then my Siri is here just to do a basic attack and give me additional MP, and then just my Yuri is going to start doing the damage, right? The damage on my Yuri can be way higher if I had, like, for example, defense break, but there is no way to add defense break to this team without everything going to the garbage. So yeah, I'm just keeping it like this, and I think that is perfectly fine. As you can see, the taunt is very effective, because that way the boss is not using their skills so fast. Also, I said that it was a good idea to bring the MP weapon for Stain, but I wouldn't recommend doing so. Especially because then Theodor would have way too much MP, and he will try to use his second skill for the shield, even though you had not received any damage. So yeah, don't go with the MP weapon. Like, it's going to mess everything up. You definitely want your Theodor to be using his first skill or ultimate, and that's all you want him to use so that he can do the taunt. That's one of the bad things that can happen in this battle, and is that the boss will target your DPS and debuff the DPS with the speed. So speed down on any other DPS is not a problem, but a speed down on Yuri is really bad. Lowers your damage by a lot. Second phase here real quick. You can see 9,000 damage. Go ahead and do some extra damage here. And here we go with ultimate. Let's see. It didn't fail this time. That's really good. This boss is pretty hard. She starts taking a lot of turns, and that's what makes this battle a little bit harder. Especially because the boss would start using their ultimate skills, and their skills are very, very strong. And also, they are constantly being buff attack and crit rate. I think it's crit rate or crit damage. So that makes things even harder. One of the best things to have to do is to have my Theodor have more speed. If my Theodor was faster, it would be way safer. But again, my Theodor is just a work in progress right now. I want to switch my Theodor from like crit damage, crit reset to like a speed set plus crit reset. And as you can see, here it is. Very simple, very easy. I was able to win this battle. 2 minutes 40 seconds. Yes, I'm uploading this video because many of you would probably want to just finish this battle real quick and just do this boss just in case you want to farm this boss. But if I have to say anything, it is that you should never, ever, under any circumstances, farm this boss. This is like the worst option available of all of the options available. I would always go with like what is this called? The dragon or the speed set boss, right? Charlotte or Nuska. Always go with those, and this one is not really needed. You can see, again, completely free to play team. Very easy to complete, very easy to do. Like, you don't really need any 5-star weapons, only the one that I have on my DPS, but you should normally have a 5-star weapon for your DPS. I mean, at some point, when you get the 200 to exchange in the, what is this called? In the permanent manner, most of the times, if you don't really have a character that you really need, the best idea is to go for a weapon. And if I have to recommend a good weapon for PvE, I would definitely go with Isania's weapon. And yeah, don't worry about that, guys. I'm going to be making a tier list for weapons tomorrow, so you will be able to know exactly what are my thoughts in regards to weapons for all characters and everything. But so now, as you can see, it's just all 4 stars weapons and just the 5-star weapon on the character. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope that you enjoy the content, and thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow we would have 2 videos, another video for the teams that I'm using for all the bosses and how they work, and then a video for the tier list for the weapons in the game. So nothing more to say, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next one. Peace.